everyone. So, welcome back to this recap. Now, this is the recap for the St. Paul's Cobble Hill Holiday Market. It's with FAD Market. I love doing their events because, for the most part, I always get my vendor fee and return back. So, let's see if I manage to get that back for this holiday market. All right, so this market actually took place in December. It was on the 20th and the 21st, and it ran from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. for both days. So I ended up getting there on time both days. It's also took place in Brooklyn. Most of my markets take place in Brooklyn. Now, I was a part of group number 3, and they didn't have to arrive until 10 a.m., which was fine by me because I think I was up that night just trying to get a couple of little things done before the market the next day. And I actually ended up getting there probably about, I want to say, a half an hour before. So when I got there was a slight hiccup with my table number. I was told another number, and when I pulled all my stuff over there was someone already set up. So, of course, I went and double checked, and come to find out, I wasn't one of the vendors that were moved, it was someone else. So, long story short, I ended up going to my original table. Now, this was the first time I was ever set up right next to another candle vendor, another home scent vendor, and she was literally right behind me. And at first, when I saw it on the map in the email, I was kind of upset. But then I thought about it and I'm like, you know what? It doesn't matter where we're set up, really. Whatever happens, happens. And it's really just about the person, the small business owner, and how well they invite people in. And also, not everyone's going to like every candle scent. Some people might gravitate towards hers, and some might gravitate towards mine. So I just left it be. I didn't even bother to reach out to the coordinators, and I just let it be. And then the other reason why I didn't put up a fuss about it was because I had vended with her last year at another holiday market. We had actually met when we were leaving the last day, and we ended up talking while we was waiting for the elevator. I introduced her to my community that I'm signed up to, and she was very nice. She was very friendly and welcoming, and she had the same mindset as me. Is like, even though we both sell similar products, it doesn't mean that we can't like help each other out. So I was okay with that. She ended up reaching out to me for this market here beforehand through Instagram, and it was her first time doing it, so she just wanted to like get a feel of what to expect. I, of course, have done this market last year. It was my most successful market last year, and I just filled her in on any questions that she had asked. So once I found my spot, of course, I ended up setting up everything the way that I normally do. But for this market, I ended up not bringing my blue duffel bag. I bought my smaller black one, and I also bought my other big shelf. So as you saw in the video, I had two big shelves, and then I had the three-tier shelf in the middle. And I think that's the same setup I'm going to use moving forward because I really like that, and it also limits me taking a whole lot of stuff, and also that big blue duffel bag, which is now starting to fall apart. 2 years in, and it's starting to fall apart on the inside. So I think that's going to be my setup moving forward. And then, of course, I had my holiday decorations on the table there. So I was all set and ready to go right before the market started. So overall, once the market started and I was behind the table, I felt good. I felt really good. I had a good vibe coming into the market because I had did this market before. I was expecting to top what I made last year, and it's the reason why I wanted to do this market again. I love this location in the wintertime during the holidays because it is a whole lot of foot traffic through there. And also, the people that come through there, they're not tourists, they're actual residents within the neighborhood. And also, it's in a church. And the church sits on a street that has a lot of stores and things like that. So there is going to be people coming by. And what I like about FAD Market is that they will usher people into the locations. So that's how we get a good amount of traffic in there. And also, they put out these huge signs on the street where I think it was like a block away from where we were, and also in front of the location itself. So it really draws a lot of people into the market, which I really, really like. They do the same thing at the one on Governor's Island, too. Now, I feel like the foot traffic was steady on both days. It seems like there was a little more people on Saturday than Sunday. No, on Sunday than Saturday. Yeah, it was a little more, but it wasn't by much. It was a good amount on both days. Sunday did start off a little slower with the foot traffic. Usually, when they open that door, people come right on in, but it was a little slower on that day. So I don't know what it was. I guess it was the cold because it wasn't snowing or anything that day. So it did start off a little slow, and I did manage to walk around to the other side and just record a couple of the people over there. Because Saturday I couldn't. I had to like literally wait until the end, towards the end of the market, to just like walk around and see what was there, and see if I knew anybody there as well, because it is, as you saw, it's a good amount of vendors in that space. Now, for the weekend, what moved and what didn't move was my gift sets, especially the winter ones. They ended up moving. And I wish I would have bought the boxes because I only bought two of the assembled boxes with me, but I also had the individual candles. So if people wanted to purchase the gift set still, I would just pick up the individuals and just create the gift set for them. However, I forgot to bring the boxes with me, and my last gift set that I sold, I had to put hers in the individual white boxes that I normally package my candles in. And I felt bad because it wasn't assembled, but she said that's okay. She wanted to come back the day before because I think she was there and she saw it. There was so many people coming through. I can't quite remember, but she had saw it before, and when she came up to my table, she actually asked, do you have any more of the winter gift sets? And I said I sold out of them, but I do have the individual ones and I can sell it to you that way. So, and I told her I didn't have the box for it. So she said it was okay and she would just take the individual ones, and I was like, okay. But I did feel bad that it wasn't assembled because she was giving it as a gift to someone. Next time I'll remember to bring the boxes. I don't know what it was. I had them sitting there on my tray under my table, and that's probably why it wasn't in eyesight, so I didn't really think about it. However, I did sell all of my cozy gift sets, and I sold one harvest. It was the first harvest gift set that I sold. I'm trying to think. What didn't move was my car diffusers. My car diffusers didn't move. I bought a bunch of them just to cover the 2 days, and I ended up making the scents of the other ones because I was going to bring just three different scents, and I ended up making all six of them and bringing just a small amount of each one. But they did not move. So I had to bring them all back. I had to bring them all back home. However, by the end of the market, I was almost sold out of everything there, from my candles to my weed diffusers to my room sprays to the whole seasonal collection. I think I had one 10-ounce winter crisp candle left, one 4-ounce winter candle left, and I think I had about two, no, three of the fall candles left. And I had the reed diffuser was there too, because I had bought two of them and I put another one out. So my table, I had probably about an hour to go, and I was a little panicky because that was all the inventory I had. Everything I had was on the table, and I just had to like fill in spaces wherever I can. And it started on Saturday. At the end of Saturday, it started, and I thought to myself I wasn't going to bring any more products with me on Sunday because I always end up bringing them products right back. But I did bring some more room sprays, and I'm glad I did because the room sprays were on the low end by the end of the market on Sunday. I'm glad I did, and I was happy to see the table, as crazy as it sounds, to see the table almost empty because that means that I was making sales. All right, so let's get to what I made for the market, and I have the numbers right here. Now, for this market, I ended up making $758.89, and I had a total of 31 sales for the weekend. So it is not bad, not bad at all. I feel like I'm inching closer and closer to $1,000. I did not beat what I made last year, and it was only by $1 and a few pennies or a couple of cents. So I'm not mad at it at all. I know that this market really works for me because they put in the work to usher people in. So as far as the traffic goes, I want to give the traffic a 4 out of 5, and it's only because there were some moments, especially on Sunday, where there weren't a lot of people in the market. When it comes to customer interest, I will give it a 4 out of 5 as well. So based on that, and along with how the weekend felt, I am going to give this weekend market, a nice 4 out of 5. Now, what I would do differently if I end up getting this market again, I would definitely cut back on the car diffusers. I have to remember that the car diffusers in the colder season doesn't really move as much as it does in the hotter season. So I would definitely leave those behind. And also, I would definitely bring out more room sprays. I thought by leaving certain ones behind that it would be better, but I feel like I need to bring all my scents all the time. I can't really cater to these type of markets with people because you never know. It never works out the way you plan it up in your head. So it's just best to have all of them. And then also I will bring more of the refills because the refills are starting to sell more. Now, the biggest question is, will I do this market again? And the answer is absolutely. I have done this market twice already. I did it in 2024, 2025, and I had a good outcome for both. I love this organizer. I do. I really do. I love when they put out their applications and I go and apply, and I'm excited to apply for the ones in the new year. So I really do enjoy doing these markets. All right, so that is it for this recap here. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, then go ahead and hit that like button as well as share and comment down below. And if you haven't already and you enjoyed this and you want to see more, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button as well as that notification bell so that you can be notified when the next new video comes out. Also, if you haven't already, I'm going to start, I know I keep saying it over and over again, but I really want to start focusing on putting more content on my Instagram page, showcasing my products a little more. I'm not very much on social media. I play video games more than anything, so I don't really use my phone and things like that for social media. So I'm still trying to work my way into finding the right way to showcase my small business. And I really want to focus on that at some point. It is hard, especially when you're the only one and you have to do everything for your small business. It is hard to keep up with everything. But enough of me rambling about my mishaps. If you want to follow me on Instagram, then go ahead and head over to Lanacia Marie Candles and follow me over there. Now, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your week, and don't forget to show yourself a little more appreciation. So until next time, this is Tammy saying, take care, everyone.